I don't like growing up. I think you know you're getting old when your favourite day of the week is Sunday. Because you know how when you're a kid they're really boring, but now, my idea of a good time is getting a glass of sherry and lying in front of the Waltons, trying to figure out what their poll tax bill would be. I am getting old. I was 19 a few weeks ago. Now I can't walk 200 yards in a straight line without suggesting we stop for a cup of tea and a bit of apple strudel, which I can spew out all over the table while shouting about how when I was young, you could have a night on the town, a fish supper, and still have change out of a hen. But I'm not violently ageist. I'm not one of these people that thinks it's funny just to see an old person fall over in the street or something. Unless they can't get up again, of course. Well, they brought it on themselves. I had nothing against old people at all till a couple of years ago, but they weren't content, were they? Not happy to just sit in their sheltered housing and eat walnut cake. They had to start going on blind date. I used to love that programme. I'd lie there every week, did they, didn't they, when it's 92-year-old Mavis and Ken from Bournemouth. I don't think so. Did they, didn't they make it through the morning without coughing up phlegm and talking about the first time they saw a banana would be more to the point. That's what growing up means to me. And losing all sense of perspective, you know, caring more if your kid goes swimming after a big meal than if people are sleeping in boxes in Trafalgar Square or something. And thinking that no front room is complete without a footstool and having the vegetable selection instead of the chips. And complaining about the heat every time the sun comes out and reading a newspaper the size of Cornwall and saying that Viz is in bad taste. And just waiting for your kids to grow up and disagree with you so that instead of having a decent argument, you can just push your chair back with a complacent smile and say, yeah, I was a revolutionary once too. Sad, isn't it? Thanks a lot. They say with age comes wisdom. It's a lie. With age comes wisdom. I asked my granddad if that was true, but he just dribbled. Of course, my problem is I went to a single-sex school. And it didn't actually bother me at the time, because I realised at quite an early age that boys are just damp, hairy little sacks of nasty fluids and even nastier ideas, till they get to about 25 when they become lecherous, pot-bellied old men. Yeah, I remember we used to have to go to sports matches at the local boys' school. And we'd trot off there, everyone carrying their waterproof plastic sheet, and not because it was raining. Public school boys, they're the ones you want to watch. They spend the first 15 years thinking that sex is being congratulated after taking a wicket. But then they start playing horrible little games with biscuits and pretending that they've lost their virginity to a 26-year-old Spanish friend of their sister's who came to England for the weekend and isn't coming back. Mind you, they're very polite. I had a public school boyfriend once. I wouldn't sleep with him, and he was very understanding. Just wrote a rather stern letter to the Times. What do boys know about sex, anyway?
How was it for you? Fine, thanks.
I rest my case. And another problem for young people is where to have sex. Because it's kind of unromantic when you say, let's do it with the light on, and he opens the car door.